the little man at the piano, found himself in the deepest of the two basements at the Museum of Vladimir Lenin off Khreshchatyk. A dim light came from a smoky kerosene lamp, and shadows danced on the bare stone walls, glistening with the moisture that infested this tomb. Glivenko was squatting beside an apparatus the size of a small cabin trunk. Cables and what looked like valves were encased in metal. When Glivenko tried to move it, the effort made him grunt. Beside the apparatus was a big battery, the kind you'd find in a truck. 2 wires ran from the battery to the apparatus, but what drew Glivenko's attention was a light bulb held by another man he addressed as Osip. A single wire trailed from the apparatus to the light bulb. Glivenko asked for the light bulb, and then gestured vaguely towards the door. "You want me to do it now?" Osip was already on his feet. "Yes, quick as you like." "Just the one transmission?" "Yes, the red button. Press it down and hold it on a count of 5. Osip nodded. He'd been coughing from the kerosene fumes. He was glad to get out. The NKVD guards watched him leave. One of them turned back to Glivenko. "This is okay?" he said. "Safe?" "Sure." Glivenko was looking at the light bulb. Nothing happened. Within a minute, Osip was back again. "Well?" "It didn't work." "Again?" "Yes." Osip disappeared. Glivenko took off his glasses and gave them a polish. The guard watched him for a moment or two. This time he was bolder. "You're the specialist, the one who blows everything up. Am I right?" Glivenko had put his glasses back on. Still squatting beside the apparatus, he didn't move, didn't answer. All that mattered was the light bulb. Then came the clump of Osip's heavy footsteps on the wooden stairs outside and the familiar white face at the door. 5 seconds, he said. "I counted." Glivenko was still gazing at the light bulb. At length he got to his feet, put the light bulb carefully to one side, wiped his face with the back of his hand, and produced a packet of cigarettes. Ignoring the guards, he tossed one to Osip and lit his own. "This stuff is shit," he said at length, stirring the apparatus with his boot. "We'll need to start again." Chapter 2. Tuesday, the 9th of September, 1941. Scotland. Isabel Mingis was upstairs at the Glebe house, asleep in the big enamel bath, when Kim Philby appeared at the open door. A moment of contemplation, then a cough politely muffled. Bella opened one eye. Startled, she reached for a towel. She'd been helping Tam saw timber all day, but now Moncrief had gone, summoned to Aberdeen by a surprise phone call. "You," she said. "Me. How did you get in?" "The front door was open. I took the liberty of coming in. I called." He nodded down at the bath. "You must have been having a doze in there." "So what is it? You're supposed to be in St. Albans with all those chums of yours. What on earth are you doing here?" Philby shook his head, wouldn't answer. Unusually, he was wearing a suit and tie. He'd be outside in the sunshine, he said. He had a plane on standby at Dice. The airfield was an hour or so away. The pilot needed to be in the air by 7 at the latest. "Why?" "We need to get you down to London. You'll be briefed at Northolt. You'll need clothes for at least a month. We're thinking Kyiv by the end of the week. Back to the homestead after that." The homestead was an apartment in a grey government block overlooking the Moscow River, 3 cluttered rooms that already belonged to another life. "This is official, not some kind of joke. You know I'm on leave up here, 6 whole days so far, nearly a fortnight to come." Bella was on her feet now, ankle deep in the bath, drying herself off with the towel. "So what's so important it can't wait? A war? Barbarossa? How does that sound? Hitler is pushing southwest as fast as he can. He wants the Ukraine bound hand and foot by the end of the month. And I'm supposed to stop him? Little me? Northolt," Philby repeated. "I'm simply here to deliver you in one piece. You're telling me I don't have a choice. I'm telling you we're wasting precious time. And the answer is no." Bella hated the word. Always had done. But 3 years in Moscow had made her even more aware of how helpless